All right, YouTube, I'm back with Saturday Morning Haul Part 2. I just made a video and I forgot a car. It was a 21-minute video and I thought, I'll just remake it because I want this car to be in this video. And that was probably too long anyways. There was a lot of time me taking these out of the package, off the base. So they're all loose, they're all cracked. This is just going to be more of a showing you guys what I got. So, and these really don't come sealed up in packaging per se anyways. But we'll start with this Porsche 918. Just awesome looking. This is a Schuko. Metal body, metal base, rubber tires with tread. A lot of detail. A lot of great detail. This is a lot nicer than the red 9. I think it was a 991 Turbo that I picked up the other day. This is more on par with the 458 that I've got as far as the detail goes. So very nice car, and actually all these cars that I picked up roll really nice. So that is pretty cool. All right. The next one here is a Kyosho Skyline 2000 GT. I already have this one in black. It's black, and then the rocker panel is a gray color or a silver. So those two, I have the two 2000 GTs, and I've got an R34 in the Kyosho collection, which is starting to get up there a little bit. The next one here, this one was, he had all three. So I've noticed with Kyosho, when they release a car, they bring it out in, well, it seems to be 3 different color variations. They all come with a little card too. So, for example, this next car is the Volkswagen Minicar Collection 2. It's the Nardo W12 Coupe. So, the shop had all 3 of these, and I tried my hardest to get the orange one or the yellow one, but I just couldn't do it. The black one just looked so much better, so I ended up getting the black one. But very cool car. I think Matchbox brought this out in a multi-pack. I think it was an Exotics 5-pack, and they actually did a pretty decent job on it. But obviously, it doesn't compare to the Kyosho. These cars are just incredible for being the scale that they are. Very, very impressive. So that was one. This one here is kind of something you would probably see driving down the road. It's a very basic, very common Audi A4. The rear axle is a little loose, but it doesn't matter. When it's sitting down, it looks fine. But a lot of really nice detail on this as well. And I'm pretty sure that all Kyoshos, I can tell you every one I've seen, every one that I have, they all have lens headlights and lens brake lights. They're all really nice rollers. I have 2 out of probably, I think I have 25 or 30 now, and 2 of them don't roll. And that's the orange Lamborghini Countach and the yellow Alfa Romeo Montreal. The wheels are just, I don't know what it is. They're just jammed up. But for the most part with Kyosho, you get really nice rolling, really nice looking castings. So excuse me, I did grab a couple of Tomica Limited Vintage, which I think, so Auto World, you can say what you want about their selection, but when it comes to the quality of the casting and the detail, I think Auto World is the best. Now, you can't find Hondas and you can't find Nissans and Porsches and any import stuff with Auto World. So you have to go to another brand to get that kind of detail. And this is that brand, Tomica Limited Vintage. And it might even be better detail than Auto World. It's really close. It's hard to say. Now the Auto Worlds have more detail on the base, that's for sure. But I couldn't care less about the base. For me, it's all about what you can see when the car is being displayed. So there's your base on a Tomica Limited Vintage, which is about the same as a regular Tomica. And here's your base on an Auto World. So not a big deal to me. I've said before, I wouldn't care if this was just flat. Wouldn't matter to me. But a really nice little Honda CRX. Very accurate wheels. Everything about it, very accurate. And then the other Tomica Limited Vintage is this Honda Civic hatchback. So realistic looking. This is your VTEC dual overhead cam. Awesome little car. These are all going to look great up on Instagram. So I got that one. And these Tomica Limited Vintage cars have suspension. And they all roll really, really nice. And the Kyoshos, for the most part, roll really nice as well. So I got a couple more Kyoshos. I've been going there. I go to the shop probably twice a month on average. These two cars have been there for a while. And I've been tempted. Every time I go in there, I'm tempted to buy them. And I've been thinking this week, as I've thought about getting, expanding the Kyosho and Tomica collection, I decided, if they're still there on Saturday, I'm going to pick them up. And sure enough, they were still there. I have a couple of other Bentleys from Kyosho. I forget which ones I have. I think one of them is a Turbo R. There's still another one that I want to get. I'm going to have to go online for it, though, because the shop doesn't have it. And it sucks buying these online because it takes about a month for you to get them. Almost every single one online comes from overseas. So as awesome as they are, you have to have a lot of patience if you're going to buy one, because you're going to be waiting for it for a while. And I know if you diecast people are like me, you're on that tracking every day, seeing where it's at. And these things will sit in customs for a week. They'll sit, most of them come from Japan or Hong Kong, and they'll sit, the last one I got came from Hong Kong. It sat in Hong Kong customs for about a week. Then they finally brought it across the pond. Then it sat in LA in US customs for about another week. And then it finally started tracking again. So they do take a while, but it is worth the wait. And it might be something where I might just start buying like groups, maybe buying 5 or 10 at a time and doing it that way. So that's the Continental Supersports convertible. And here is the Bentley Continental Supersports 2-door coupe. Pretty sure this is the same car that Gretchen drives over to Walter and Skyler's house on Breaking Bad. Be awesome to see Greenlight cast this in their Hollywood line. Very, very sharp looking car. Very cool. These are going to look really nice up on Instagram. And then the last one, and the one that I forgot in the last video, is probably the best looking one of all of them. Let me see. I don't even know. Okay, so it is a McLaren 650S Coupe. So sharp looking. Just a killer looking car. So that, my friends, is why I've caught the Kyosho bug, and I'm all in on expanding my Kyosho collection and Tomica limited vintage. Now the Tomi Takara cars, which are also Tomica, they have plastic wheels, but still really good detail. I will pick those up from time to time. That Nissan 300Z that I grabbed last week is a pretty awesome car. I've got a couple of Skylines. I've got a Subaru WRX. But for the most part, I do prefer the limited vintage, which is what these Civics are. And so pretty much that's it. There you go. Saturday morning haul part 2. Some nice additions to the collection. And I still have out from last night. That was a eBay purchase, Toyota Celica. But it is Kyosho, so it fits right in line with these others. If any of you diecast enthusiasts are considering starting to collect these, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. It will affect your pocketbook, though. It's not like a $6 green light car, let alone a $1 Hot Wheel. These, I pay $12 a piece, and that's when I find them here. When you buy them online, like that Corolla, for example, was $16. That did include shipping. But some of them get up there. I've noticed too that the older ones, like every time they come out with a new release, the older ones that aren't produced any longer, they really start climbing in price. So I did buy 3 online last night. So those, I probably won't have them for a month, but actually 2 of them are coming from overseas. I was able to find one of them here in the US. I actually paid a couple dollars more for it just to avoid the international shipping. But I'll definitely make a video when I get those. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I strongly recommend this stuff if you're into the 1:64 scale and you're into detailed castings. This is the way to go for imports. Kyosho Tomica Limited Vintage. For all your domestic needs, you can stick with Auto World and Greenlight. They you know, that like Kyosho, I found a couple of Camaros and they're nice. They're actually really nice, but I don't need those. I've got plenty of those old Camaros with the other brands that I have. So this is strictly just going to be import stuff for me. But anyways, that's the video. Thank you for checking it out. I'm going to get these up on Instagram. So if you're not on Instagram and you collect cars, You might want to check it out. But as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will holler at the next video.